Hey, FaithBridge family. We are the Masterses. I'm Trey, and this is my wife, Erin, and we've got an Aubrey and a Leo. Aubrey's 9 and Leo's 6. Our kids. And we've got a cat, Mia. We've been going to FaithBridge for about 10 or 11 years. Not all of us, because our kids aren't that old, but Erin and I have been going for about 11 years to FaithBridge. It's been awesome. And we wanted to talk to you a little bit about FPU, Financial Peace University, Dave Ramsey's thing, and what it has done for us. So here we go. We started FPU, Financial Peace University, Dave Ramsey's thing, in June of 2019, so almost a year ago. And when we started, we had literally $13,599.34 of debt, of non-mortgage debt. That didn't include our mortgage. It took us about 10 months to pay off that much money, $13,599.34 in 10 months. So a couple of principles that were the driving force behind it. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." So we were slaves to lenders, creditors, and all that. That's no fun. So one important thing to help us through this process is we had to live within our means, and we had to stick to a budget, and we had to do all of this with gazelle-like intensity. The gazelle is a really fast animal in Africa, really, really fast. So I think that's all about focused and intense effort. So just in case, underneath it all, this is all it's in obedience to God. It's God's desire that we are good stewards of what He has given to us. So, my wife Erin.
So before FPU, our giving was fairly regular until things got tight. If we had a bill come up that we weren't expecting, or if we didn't plan very well, then we might not tithe that month. And that's, I'm ashamed to say, but that's the truth. We tried to tithe, but if we missed it, I guess. So, but now that we've gone through, not now that we're out of debt, but now that we have gone through this program and really looked at the reasons for being good stewards, and the main reason being to please God, it's without question, of course, we're tithing, and that's built into the budget. So that, that's the most important thing. It's at the very top of the budget. So, that kind of goes without saying. And the way the baby steps work, the first step is you save an emergency fund. The second step, you pay off all non-mortgage debt. So that's where we're at. We've just paid off everything but our house. And so we're now entering baby step 3, where we would start rolling all of that money that we were paying to other silly things into paying off our mortgage. And so we're getting to the point that we can begin to give generously, to give above and beyond. Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else, so later you can live and give like no one else. And it's when you start this plan, that's kind of a foreign concept. I mean, you're used to living for yourself, at least as far as your finances. And you get to a point of seeing that if you can do this plan, you're going to please the Lord, and you're going to get to a point where you can please Him even more by giving graciously. So the hardest part of this program, I think, was having to say no to things. So not that we had to, tighten the belt or, I want this, I want that. I mean, that's not fun, but for me, it was more having to say no, that I might not be able to give someone a gift for their birthday. Or, they're taking up a fund at work. You can't contribute. You can't just go out to dinner, that type of thing. It's difficult, but it is for a season. And it's so worth it. Hebrews 12:11 says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Um, so, yeah, of course, it's not fun. It's painful, but it is growing you, and it's pleasing to the Lord. So, encouragement or that we could offer?
Um, the most encouraging thing that or I can come up with is that this isn't our fifth time trying Financial Peace University. It's not our fifth time trying to budget. It's not our fifth time trying to honor God with our finances. We tried it, and it has worked, and it is working. God is going to bless your efforts in being good stewards of what He's given you. It's almost logical. It is logical, actually. So there's reward in the trying, and there's reward in the faith, and the steady plodding, and the budgeting. It's all math, and it all works. And like I said, we tried it, and it works.
That's so true. I think some people think that they want to keep their money separate, and they don't think that they don't need to include God in their finances, and it couldn't be further from the truth. And when we started this plan and we made out our budget, it looked, oh, not that we couldn't do it. We were going to get there, but I thought it's going to take forever. It's going to take 2 years to pay off all of our debt, and it just seemed so discouraging. And yeah, it took us 10 months, and that is only because of God. I mean, sure, we worked at it, and we were consistent with the plan, but I felt like God just multiplied our finances, is how it felt, and it was God rewarding our efforts, rewarding our stewardship, but also that we now knew where our money was going, and we were being responsible with it.
Right. Money is no longer, it's not an issue for us. It's not a stressor for us. It's just another thing that we talk about. We openly discuss our finances at least once a week. We sit on the couch and go through our budget. Once a week. We like to keep track of where we are. It just takes effort. That's all it is.
Because, back to what Dave Ramsey said about living like no one else now, it's going to be rewarding in the end. It's okay to dream. It's okay to have dreams. And doing this program can get you there. And it also mainly is pleasing to the Lord.
8.5 minutes.
Thanks, Faith Ridge family.